Welcome to your virtual ceremony celebration. Thank you for taking the time to join us today. We are delighted that we've been able to hold this presentation for you. Before we begin, we have some housekeeping information. We will start today's ceremony with an introduction from Vice-Chancellor Professor Tim Blackman. We will then continue with the presentation of graduates, and to conclude, there will be a personal address from the Vice-Chancellor. Depending on the device you're watching the broadcast on today, you'll be able to change your screen view. We would suggest putting your screen in presenter view to view all videos and live content in full screen. You can select gallery view if you want to see everyone in your breakout room, but it will make the videos appear smaller as one grid screen. Please enable your microphone and keep it unmuted at your end so that you can join in the round of applause during and after each group's names are announced. The technical team will ensure your audio will not be broadcast outside of these moments. We would like to remind everyone that today's event is being recorded and it is currently being live streamed on YouTube. The recording will also be available after the event. Thank you for taking part. We hope you enjoy it.
Relevant also to these problems are our plans for a University of the Air. It's designed to provide an opportunity for those who, for one reason or another, have not been able to take advantages of higher education.
Let's say you're one of those people. One of those who think where you start in life shouldn't limit where you go. One of those who think a university shouldn't just be, well, a university. Let's say you're one of us, and together we are the Open University. Open to all of us, all of the time. Not some of us, some of the time. We are a movement of millions, a mission of one. We are disruptors, occasional troublemakers, game changers. We are the fuel for imagination, chasing comets, making the impossible possible. We are restless in our drive to see progress that touches us all, inspiring students to become ministers and midwives, barristers and teachers, tech entrepreneurs, business gurus, and more. Our cause goes beyond being an innovative way of learning, and our future lies in continuing to build that cause. We are the people who open up the future of learning. This is how we shape the future. Let's say you are one of those people who believe what we believe, one of those excited by possibility. Let's say you are one of us. We can't wait to open up millions of futures, and with your help, we can.
Hi, I'm Martha, your Chancellor. Just want to say a huge congratulations on your immense achievements at becoming a graduate of the Open University. People talk about part-time learners. We all know that's rubbish, don't we? You are double-time learners, holding down work, looking after a family, caring for someone, overcoming all the challenges of everyday life to complete your degree. And we're immensely proud of you and are so thrilled that you're now part of the #OU family. Have a great day.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to today's virtual ceremony. By the authority given in the statutes of the Open University, I declare this virtual ceremony open for the presentation of graduates. So that's the formal bit. My name's Steve Cooper, and as the Head of Ceremony Operations, I'm delighted to welcome all of today's graduates to this event, along with your family, friends, and supporters who are watching the live stream on Facebook and YouTube. Each year, the Open University awards a range of qualifications that you've all worked so hard for, from certificates of higher education to doctorates. And it's been 50 years since the OU held its very first ceremony back in 1973, and today you will join thousands of graduates who have been presented for their qualifications at one of our ceremonies. For my colleagues, and certainly for me, these ceremonies are the highlights of our year because we're celebrating your success. And we hold our in-person ceremonies throughout England, as well as in Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, and the Republic of Ireland. And we're excited to be able to offer today's virtual experience along with this. You're graduating from the largest university in Europe, one with an extraordinary scale, scope, and reach. And that success is down to what our graduates achieve, not just the qualification you'll be presented for shortly, but the difference that you will go on to make with it. So it goes without saying that this is a very significant and important achievement in the life of you, our graduates, your families and your loved ones, as well as the university and my colleagues who I hope you will feel nurtured and supported you along the way. Now it's Friday afternoon and I'm sure the celebrations have already begun. And if you decide to post on social media, be sure to use the hashtag OUFamily to share your experience with the wider OU community. We will now see the presentation of graduates able to join us today, and this will be followed by a closing address from our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Tim Blackman.
Good afternoon and welcome to today's virtual ceremony presentation. My name is Toby Scott-Hughes. I'm Assistant Director in Academic Services at the University, and it is my enormous pleasure to present all of you graduates for your qualifications today. I'd also like to, as well as graduates, welcome family, friends and staff who are watching today's live stream. I'm really pleased that you're joining us to celebrate the success and achievement of our students. In a moment, I will read out the names of each group of students. Graduates, you will appear on screen in a group and your audio will be turned on. Please make sure your microphone is turned on so we can all hear your reactions and applause at the end of your group and at the end of the ceremony. Hopefully everyone watching will join in as well. I shall now present graduates who have gained higher degrees and have been able to join us today. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Role of Diet and Gut Microbiome on Clinical Outcomes in Patients with Advanced Melanoma, Giulia Bandoni. For the degree of Doctor of Philosophy, for a thesis entitled Reducing Carbon While Retaining Heritage, Retrofitting Approaches for Vernacular Buildings and Their Residents, Freya Wise. For the degree of Doctorate in Education, for a thesis entitled Early Career Teachers' Experiences of Classroom Observation, a Case Study, Samantha Love. For the degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing, Peter Humphreys. For the degree of Master of Arts in Creative Writing, Hilary Pittham. For the degree of Master of Arts in Crime and Justice, Hope Flynn. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education, Katie Heemskirk. And for the degree of Master of Arts in English, Craig Wright. For the degree of Master of Arts in History, Chris Brown. For the degree of Master of Arts Open, Louise Thomas. For the degree of Master of Arts in Philosophy, Avner Lustig. For the degree of Master of Arts in Translation, Sarah Bellis. For the degree of Master of Arts in Translation, Aranzazu Garcia Gonzalez. For the degree of Master of Arts in Translation and Master of Business Analysis, Verena Zipperer. For the degree of Master of Arts in Education, Lee Morris. So those are the names. Let's now congratulate all of our students. Congratulations to all of you.
Congratulations.
I shall now continue those graduates who have gained their higher degrees. For the degree of Master of Education, Maria Brand. For the degree of Master of Education, Maria Fleitas de Rios. For the degree of Master of Science in Advanced Networking, Sridhar Nalavelli. For the degree of Master of Science in Computing, Llewellyn Adamson. For the degree of Master of Science in Development Management, Joanita Davina Kako. For the degree of Master of Science in Development Management, Jimmy Namonio. For the degree of Master of Science in Environmental Management, Caroline Fitzgerald. For the degree of Master of Science in Finance, Christina Martin Isabel. For the degree of Master of Science in Medicinal Chemistry, Subera Rimel. For the degree of Master of Science in Psychology, Helen Roberts. For the degree of Master of Science in Science, Rebecca Nuttall. For the degree of Master of Science in Systems Thinking in Practice, Franz Wiesmann. Well done to all of you. Many congratulations.
Congratulations, everyone.
I shall now present graduates who have gained Bachelor of Arts and Bachelor of Law degrees. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Arts and Humanities, Linda Davidson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Childhood and Youth Studies, Mandy Kennick. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Education Studies, Shamsa Kamar. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in English Language and Literature, Suzanne Strother. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Environmental Studies, Clara Upfield. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in History, Alice Dyson. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Early Childhood, Chloe Alsop. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts Open, Lenny Sykes. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Gia Delandro. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Jessica Rumsby. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Tracy Harley. For the degree of Bachelor of Arts in Social Work, Emma Millwood. For the degree of Bachelor of Laws, Amjad Mohammed. Again, many congratulations to each of you. Well done. I shall now present those graduates who have gained Bachelor of Science degrees and diplomas of higher education. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computing and IT, Raluca Florenza Bogdan. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computing and IT, Stefano Maggi. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Computing and IT, Kleber Balbinote. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Health Sciences, Jonathan Dubrul. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology, Rachel John. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Psychology with Counselling, Lucy Pickles. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Open, Paul Cottarello. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Open, Andrew Hamilton. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Open, Robert Hart. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Open, Richard Barber. For the degree of Bachelor of Science Open, Marie Hans. For the degree of Bachelor of Science in Nursing, Chloe Hughes. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Business Management, Elise John. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Early Childhood, Rachel Stacey. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Education Studies, Kirsten Baxter. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Health and Social Care, Paula Lee. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Mathematical Sciences, Amar Al-Bitar. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Psychology, Zoe Hasty. For the Diploma of Higher Education in Social Care, for the Diploma of Higher Education in Social Care, Michelle Lauren. Congratulations to every single one of you. Well done for your achievements.
Congratulations, everyone.
Graduates, there will now follow a personal message from our Vice-Chancellor, Professor Tim Blackman. Please can we ask you to keep your microphone on as we come back to you in your rooms for a huge round of applause following Professor Blackman's address, which will then conclude today's ceremony. Thank you.
Firstly, and most importantly, congratulations. Thank you for joining us on this very special day to recognise what you've achieved, and each of you is truly extraordinary. I believe that today you are the most amazing body of graduates anywhere in the world. You've believed in yourselves and we've believed in you, all of us, your dedicated associate lecturers and your advisors, the expert academics who write your courses, the designers and technologists who bring those courses to life on the screen, and all the professional services that make the OU what it is, second to none. And now you've shown what that belief in you can achieve. Almost every one of you studied alongside other demanding responsibilities and commitments at work, with children, or as a carer, and I know it's sometimes been tough. That would be the case in normal times, let alone getting through a pandemic. No wonder employers tell us that what they like about OU graduates is that you're self-starters and determined. You've juggled study and deadlines with many other demands. But you know, I've been told that there is one thing that is harder than being an OU student, and that's living with one. When we started back in 1969, our pioneer students and staff really were taking a step into the unknown, putting their faith in a university that was using new methods of teaching and would be open to everyone. We wanted our students to choose us, not us choose them. Until you progress to postgraduate or research degrees, the only question we ask for most of our courses is, do you want to learn? You all said yes, and that gave us our mission. Many thought the OU would fail, but instead it's now one of the most successful universities in the world, with over 2 million students who've studied with us. That's not just a university, it's a social movement. It's you, our students, who make the OU, but we also owe a huge debt of gratitude to the vision of the university's founders. Foremost among them was Jenny Lee, to whom Prime Minister Harold Wilson gave the job of setting up the university, and a woman whose own journey from a Scottish mining community to Minister of State shaped in no small measure what the OU is today. Jenny Lee believed that the OU had to be a university for everyone, and it would do that while maintaining the highest standards. No one would be able to criticise the OU for dumbing down. You, our graduates, have achieved those high standards of scholarship and professional practice that Jenny Lee was determined we'd maintain while opening up that opportunity to more people than ever before. And she was determined too that we would be a respected research university, currently ranked among the top third of research universities in the UK, making discoveries, inventing new products and methods, enabling us to understand each other better and to live together peacefully and without endangering our planet. Curiosity and experimentation are what drive us, and I'm so glad that you chose to join that most human of adventures with us to learn and live. Some of you joined us because you were curious. Many were looking to advance or change your career. You'll find OU graduates in every employment sector, often at the highest level, and you'll find thousands of businesses started by OU graduates. We've recently measured the economic impact of the OU. We spend £500 million a year, but that produces an even bigger economic impact of almost £3 billion a year. That's more than £6 for every £1 that we spend. Most of that return is the higher lifetime earnings that OU graduates achieve. But there's a social return too. Graduates are on average happier and healthier than non-graduates. They're more likely to participate in their communities or in politics, and much less likely to be taken in by misinformation. And the OU has a social mission to bring learning to people whoever and wherever they are. That's why we partner with the BBC to produce amazing programs like Hospital or Blue Planet 2. It's why we make available hundreds of free short courses on OpenLearn and FutureLearn, taken by millions of people and for many a lifeline during this pandemic. Across England, Scotland, Wales and Ireland, we work with employers, community organisations and trade unions to reach people where they are so they can take their first steps into higher education. We work with carers organisations. We work with the armed forces, prisons, job centres, colleges and schools, constantly innovating in how we provide higher education. And if you watched Springwatch on the BBC last year, the garden survey of insect pollinators that Chris Packham invited viewers to take part in was run by the OU's award-winning citizen science web platform called Inquire. Completion of your qualifications means you join a community of Open University alumni around the world. You can continue to keep up with news, access career advice, or come back to study. The motto on the university's crest, "Learn and Live," is a call to action. To learn, and by learning to really live. Please do good with what you've learned and encourage others to learn and live as well. As you sign off today, you will hopefully become an ambassador for the Open University and all that is remarkable about our institution and what it stands for, its values of social and environmental justice, its belief in inclusion and diversity, and above all, its vision to be open to people, places, methods, and ideas. Do share your experience with others. Let them know what your journey has meant to you and what it could mean for them. We're hugely proud of you. Well done. You are all amazing.
Congratulations, everyone.
That concludes today's celebrations. Thank you for taking part. We hope you enjoyed it. Do please stay in touch with us via our alumni, careers and Students Association teams. On behalf of the Ceremonies Centre and everyone at the Open University, we wish you every success for the future.